Happy Sunday. In keeping with the tradition that I have let lapse for quite a while, we're making spaghetti. That's right, kids, it's Spaghetti Sunday. Since I somewhat recently moved into this place, I don't have all of the requisite pots and pans, so we're gonna have to improvise a little bit. For instance, this little fella here is going to be my pasta noodle boiling pan and the saucepan. I was pretty productive today. I fixed this towel bar in my bathroom that broke because it's a cheap apartment from the 70s, which also would explain why my doorknob fell apart. Deadbolt still works though. So does my stabbing hand. Water is on. I'm gonna get the veggies prepped because I have to use that same pan for the meat. Time to chop. Oh, one last important step before we can actually start preparing the food. So at one point after I moved, I only had a frying pan, a little cast iron one, but I could get a lot done in it. And it got to a point where it would help me out a little bit if I had gotten a microwave or something. My last one did not survive the last move. Weird thing about microwaves, almost no stores sell them anymore. I don't know when it happened. I don't know when this transition took place. I was uninformed of it, but I guess the big thing now is air fryers. But it just makes you feel old, like there's this entire strange phase of the world that passed by you. The appliances have evolved. A light little bit of onion in this batch. This is an aloha pepper. It's sort of a red, yellow, orange pepper blend. And of course we all know aloha is Hawaiian for everything. Bell peppers have always been one of my veggies of choice. It's one of those things, like classical music, just on in the background. And it reminds me of going to visit my grandmother on my mom's side. Not only did she always have classical music playing, was very much into birds, and a teacher, but she's the person who taught me how to tie my shoelaces. I may have been taught otherwise, but I remember when Grandma taught me. And to like vegetables, and to like and appreciate vegetables without all the dressing and shit on them. Au natural, which is how it becomes so au natural. Tall. In other news, it's April 25th, which means light jacket weather. Unless you live where I do, which is cold. Water's boiling pretty good. Those are gonna go in later. Meat time. Back when I did this a lot more often, we would experiment. We would try different cheeses. You get the fancy Romano or Parmesan that you'd sprinkle on. Different kind of meats, pork, sausage, chicken, all of them together. It's time for meat and time for noodles. It's time to put the noodles on the boil. We have to improvise because it's a half pan. I also don't own a strainer, so we gotta improvise on that too. Improvise. Adapt. Overcome. Prime. Oh, can you hear that? That's the sizzle of, I'm gonna have to stop for now so my sound's not so bad. Veggies double, toil and trouble, meat must sizzle and noodles boil. I'm convinced that every single human on the planet who boils noodles has a different way to test how those noodles are done. Not quite. I'm getting closer. I've also heard this is how people sometimes test their spaghetti. It sticks! We are now at the part of the meal prep that can get dangerously splashy and greasy. So, we'll be right back. First we add the meats. Then we add the sauce, the joie de vivre. Stir, stir, mix it up. Gotta remember to spice it up a little bit. A little proof of garlic powder. Stir, stir, stir. Add color. I probably could have roasted the vegetables a little bit before I put them in the sauce, but hey, I want a little raw crunch today. Sauce and veggies aren't quite done yet, but my laundry is. And so's the garlic bread. Let's go! I'll be back in 7 minutes. Noodles. Hey, the bread's done. Toodles.